Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here today, the 18th of August of 2021. I do hope that you're all doing well. It is a Wednesday today, so it's the Twin Flame Soulmate reading a day. So I will be doing that later on today. Look out for that. Hope that everyone is okay. A lot is going on in the world. Lots of revisiting energies to do with Afghanistan and what's going on in that area of the world. My God, there's so much that is on the news right now. So much is playing out energetically. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, everything is up in the air, everyone. On a collective scale, on a personal scale. Happy birthday if it is your birthday today. The moon is now transiting through Capricorn. So it's all about tough love. It's hard work. Emotionally, we're dealing with restrictive energies. Spirit is asking for us to be strong, to stand strong, to take leadership. Cardinal Earth is Capricorn. The moon is our emotions. This can be a little bit of a fearful time, as we know Saturn rules Capricorn. Okay, the sun is at 25 of Leo. So in about 4 or 5 days, the sun will be ingressing into Virgo, so the energies will be shifting from fixed fire to mutable earth. Okay, Mars and Mercury they're on top of each other. Mercury's caught up with Mars. This could be aggressive conversations. This could be someone, pointing their finger at the tiniest of details. Mercury in Virgo is very strong. And of course, we know that Mars is the warrior. He's very slow paced, though. He's very grounding in Virgo, everyone. He is very slow as Mercury is caught up. And Mercury is the communicator, remember. Can be quite, as I said, discriminative. Is a Virgo very much about looking at the details. Of course, Mercury in Virgo, again, can speak to matters of health. Mercury is decisions, of course. It's communication. It's quite, I'm going to say Mercury on Mars, where having courage and wanting to take action through important conversations. Looking closely at things. Venus now in Libra. Venus trying to bring in balance in Libra. And, well, in a couple of days, Uranus from Taurus is going to station to turn retrograde. Uranus is practically has stopped now in Taurus. Uranus, we know, is the maverick. He wants to bring change. He wants to break things down. Uranus is a tower energy, and it's changes, right? Changes towards newness. What is it that we value? We're going to be revisiting, as Uranus will be returning back to the degrees that he's stationed to turn retrograde on. Let's see. So Uranus in a couple of days at the 14th degree is going to station to turn retrograde, and he doesn't move very fast, so he's roughly on the 10th degree, 10 degrees, 10 and 14 of Taurus, fixed signs, 10 and 14 degrees. That's where Saturn also was conjoining well, not conjoining, but squaring over to Uranus. Those degrees of the fixed signs are where all the trouble, we could say, has been happening. So Saturn in Aquarius and the ruling planet of Aquarius, Uranus, in Taurus. We're looking at our values, our money. Is there stability there? Remember that Taurus is about, I want to make sure that I'm going to be stable. I want to make sure that I'll be provided for, or that I'll feel, secure financially. Taurus is what we own. It's what is ours. It's our property. It's, anything that is Venusian, and anything that helps us feel secure financially. Okay. Okay, we're just around the corner from a second full moon in Aquarius at the 29th degree. Those of you that are on Patreon, do look out. I'm doing that. I'm working on that now. The second full moon in Aquarius. Of course, it does touch on Leo as well. Leo, Aquarius, that's the axis where the full moon will be happening as the sun is moving through Leo. So those of you that are born, obviously, at the last couple of days of the Leo season and Aquarius, and the Aquarius sign, right? It will be important for you. Very, very important. Okay, let's see what's going on. 18th of August. 18 is the number of the moon. Remember, the moon can speak to home, our country, fears, intuition, dreams. 8 of Swords, a card of fears. 5 of Cups. 10 of Wands. 8, 5, and 10. 8 of Swords, feeling bound, feeling trapped. Our perception of that anyway. It's all about the way we think, the way we perceive things. 5 of Cups is crying over loss, to do with the past. We're mourning in relation to our emotional standing, our emotional position right now. When we're looking at the negative side of things and not at the positive here, and there is an ending, some sort of a heavy burden, an ending that comes into fruition here in the near future. Remember, the 10s turn into aces, Ace of Wands, the ability to create. We've got 2 cards of creation. We're feeling trapped though. Feeling bound by a situation to do with the past. Page of Pentacles. Learning something or studying something that we want to manifest. Something that's going to grow in the future, but at this time, well, in the recent past, we felt blocked. But this was our perception, maybe because of information, messages not coming in. We have the Leo card, Strength card, which does speak to confidence. Someone believing in their ability to manage a situation. Someone's been trying to hold themselves back in moving towards what it is that they desire. There's an emotional factor here. And the Cups do speak to a disappointment. Again, to do with the past. And we have the King of Swords. King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Mainly Aquarius it would be. So we do have Leo and Aquarius here. Okay, we've got Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And we do have some water as well. So Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Okay, and we know that the King of Swords is someone that's quite cold, someone who wears a uniform, someone that's just very, very much about, you know, do things work? Do they add up? King of Swords is, you know, someone who's quite detached. This could be someone that's got their moon in Aquarius, right? And there's a lot of strength as well, I'm going to say, in a lot of power in the words of this King of Swords. There's intelligence. This could be an ingenious ability to manifest, to find a way to end a burdensome cycle or cut away anything that's been burdening, any blockages that have been in the way, which will bring the potential for, you know, this is like the light bulb going on, someone getting a bright idea to maneuver out of a perception of being blocked. And there has been a lot of worry around this. Let's see what is hidden. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, so it could be in concern to a job or to work being put in or to looking at details, someone's livelihood, someone's ability to manifest, stability, abundance, a long-term commitment, a family situation. This could be a family business. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, Leo, again, more than likely. She's got the ability to create. She's very magnetic, very creative, and very, very much about taking action, moving towards what it is that she wants to create. Let's see what's going on. 18th of August, please, Spirit. 18th of August of 2021. It's interesting. We've got 18 Pentacles. 18 seems to be quite potent here, and today is the 18th. So the moon moving through Capricorn, this could relate to career or someone's social standing, their goals and their aspirations. And we do have, we've got the King of Swords and we've got the Queen of Wands. So we've got the divine feminine, more in touch with her ability to create, to take charge, quite courageous. If this is a love situation, the divine feminine has been showing, you know, has been showing more powerful. The King of Swords is more about, you know, does it add up? King of Swords. Now, the divine masculine could also be dealing with legalities. Okay, and they're total opposites. I mean, swords are cold, they're detached. Wands are fiery, desirous, you know, taking action, moving forward. So it feels like the divine feminine is quite powerful at this time, and she's, I'm going to say, she's got the desire and the fire within her, and fire does speak to life. It speaks to movement. There's something that she desires. There's something that she wants to create. It's something that, you know, the fire is within her heart here, and I feel that there's luck as well. Luck is on her side. We've got second house and owning. And it's also, this card reminds me of the Ace of Pentacles, which can speak to, I don't know, it could speak to anything concerning our money, a home, a decision for something long-term. Remember, we had the Page of Pentacles here, which can be very childish, very childlike. But someone is owning up to a situation, talking truthfully concerning their monetary position, their family position, their social standing, their business. Second house is the house of Taurus. Now, Venus being in Libra, which also Venus rules Taurus, she's very magical. She's all about fairness, justice, balance, equilibrium. And we've got a number 8. 8, which is the infinity symbol. 8 is trying something again and again. You know, this is a loop. This is a loop. Something is trying to come through. Now, the second house and owning what we owe, what brings us value. There's going to be changes because Uranus is in Taurus. So changes, ups and downs where our money situation is concerned. The way we do money. Now, this could be a time of tension. Mars and force. And Venus and love. Venus and Mars are here, everyone. Venus and Mars. Venus in Libra, Mars in Virgo. So, Mars, force. And Mars is, as I said, transiting through Virgo. And it's right on Mercury, so this could be tough communication, forceful. The divine masculine being quite forceful, quite explosive. Remember, we've got the King of Swords here, which is someone holding back on their emotions, not, you know, trying to hold back. I feel that there's a sense of frustration here, heavy frustration. And a heaviness that this King of Swords is a heaviness that this King of Swords is dealing with. Now, Mars can speak to my desires. Desire and, you know, that fire, which is Mars. When Mars is in force, it means he's not able to move forward. Okay? We've got Venus, which speaks to love. So this is the divine feminine. The divine feminine is more intact, more in tune with what they value, with what they want, with their, you know, they're very open, I would say. But the divine masculine here, Mars and force. Mars in Virgo is not strong, can be quite can be quite frustrating, not being able to move forward as fast as one would wish. Now, of course, this could speak to aggression, and the aggression could come through, you know, the energy, that forceful energy, you know, trying to find a way out. Remember that when the lovers come together, Venus and Mars, they co-create, they produce. Second house being the natural house of Taurus. The second house is also the physical body. Those 5 senses, have those 5 senses been activated? You know, what is it that we love? What is it that makes us feel good? And Venus is not so physical. Venus in Taurus is more practical, it's more physical, it's that physical touch, tantalizing those 5 senses. Venus in Libra is more, she's more ethereal, more spiritual. So I feel that the divine feminine is more coming from a more ethereal, loving nature. But as you know, Venus has ingressed into her home sign of Libra. But Mars is still in the Earth, still in the Earth sign of Virgo, where he isn't strong, where he isn't happy. It's more about the practicality and does it work? Do things work? Now, you know what's interesting is that Mars in Virgo now is coming up to trine Uranus in Taurus. Now, logically, Uranus and Mars, when they conjoin, when they connect in a difficult aspect, it can be very explosive, very cutting, very very hard, very dangerous as well. It can be very cutting. It can be very accident prone in whatever you're dealing with. But Mars is trining over to Uranus. So the two earth signs, brother and sister, let's say Taurus and Virgo, are working together, Mars and Uranus. The changes that will be starting to take place, or the changes that we're potentially going to go through, will have to do with the past. Because as I said, Uranus is going to retrograde, is going to start moving backwards. So, and Mars being wanting to move forward, right, in a trine, as I said, is more practical, more ready to provide a service. Virgo is service, right? So having those two in a trine could be quite shocking, but it could be in a good way. Now, Mars, as I said, Mars is the divine masculine. It's cardinal fire. It rules Aries, and it's also fixed water because it rules Scorpio. Scorpio is always about death and transformation, sexuality, secrecy. And Aries is, I'm wanting to move forward. I've planted that seed. I need to be loved, nurtured. I need to be able to grow, to sprout, to go on that journey, which is Aries energy. But there's a bit of a sort of a stoppage here where the lovers are indifferent. They're not on the same page. As I said, Venus is more ethereal, more spiritual, and Mars, the god of war and force, right, and action and courage, is quite slow and more practical now. So maybe doing the math, and there is frustration. As long as Mars will be moving through Virgo, there will be a slowdown of his energy. And now the trine with Uranus, this will be bringing up things to do with practicality. Do things work? Mars is doing the work now. And also trying to catch up to Venus, right? This is going to be quite a story all the way up until February of next year, when the lovers will be in the sign of Capricorn. They're going to come together in the sign of Capricorn. So end of January and February will be very important for this story that's playing out. And this could speak to a long-term commitment that is playing out here. Or is there value? Are we on the same page? Do we want the same thing? Okay, and maybe money issues could also be playing out within this partnership, romantic or work, whatever it is. And we've got void, off course, and missing. And a void, off course, moon. There's an eerie silence. Something's missing. There's like a deafening silence. There is a deafening silence with this. There could be information that's missing. I mean, remember, it's the moon. Today is the 18th. So there's like a detaching, like a void off course moon is when the moon is not making any aspects as it changes signs. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Page of Cups, Pisces, an offer. A small offer of love, an unexpected offer of love. This could be in concerning work or around the work scene. We've got the Magician here, and the Magician can be many times the trickster, someone hiding behind their finger, not being truthful about where their emotions are, how they feel, about their, as I said, their home situation, their business, their monetary situation. Let's see what's going on here. 10 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles. There has been an ending here and a restart. Remember, the 10 of Swords can be very painful. It's being at the bottom, at the worst case scenario, right? Deception. lack of truths. Four of Wands. Four of Wands. A marriage. An ending of a marriage. An ending of a celebration. A restart. And we've got the World card here. And the World card is, you know, it's those four fixed signs. It's Saturnian. So Saturn, yes, does speak to restrictions, limitations, rules, abiding by the rules. But this can also speak to having, you know, the courage to move forward. Even though there's been a tough ending, seemingly something has ended here. And when I say seemingly, there could also be information that's missing. Some of you could be at a physical distance to your other half, to the person that you're interested in, the person that you are watching this reading for. Wow, and we've got the Emperor here. The Emperor, very Saturnian. A father, someone who is going through a major change in their life. And this could also speak to just an ending to limitations concerning bad luck here. Or just we've got the World card, couple of tens here, which speaks to a new beginning, obviously, a restart. Now, this could mean that this Queen of Wands is going through divorce. She's ended a situation with an Emperor, someone who was quite the trickster, someone that was not on the up and up, someone that was acting very childish, someone that was not about putting in the work. That's how I see it here. Okay. Now, as you know, I'm not reading reversals, so that Emperor, which usually can be someone that's in charge of a situation, a business, a home. They're the father. They've got a lot on their plate. For some of you, this is someone that you're letting go because they've been very childish, or the offer that they brought forth was not like an Emperor, someone not standing in their strength, being, courageous, being in charge. So it looks like the Queen of Wands is someone that is moving forward, wanting the ability to create for herself, as she has not felt, I would say, the security. But there's information that's missing here. Let's see what's going on. I feel that this second full moon will be giving us some clarity. We've got a 8 and 9 is 17. That's the star card. And the star is Aquarius. We're having, remember, another full moon on Jupiter. Let's see what's going on, everyone. We've got the King of Cups here in the home, the house. We've got the child, number 13, and we've got a 17 here, which does speak to transition. Wow, we've got the King and the Queen of Cups here. And we've got the Knight of Swords here. And the Knight of Swords does speak to quick communication coming through. Right? That's going to bring a transformation. We've got 34. 34 equals a 7. There's that Chariot once more. Now, the storks do speak to transition, change, a new home. The child is being, there could be a physical childbirth here for some of you. Okay, the ability to give birth. I mean, this could be the seed that's planted now as the lovers come together. And we know that very similar to the Ace of Pentacles, it could be the creation or that seed that's planted now. the Chariot does speak to overcoming obstacles and moving forward victoriously. There is a transition here, and this could also speak to a physical move. This Queen of Wands, I feel, is more than likely transitioning. That could be a physical move as well. She's been putting a lot of work in, maybe secretly, or maybe there was deception around her in a home, in a relationship with an Emperor or with a King of Swords. Now, the Emperor and the King of Swords could be two different people. Okay, two different people. Obviously, the Emperor would be a little bit more mature, more older than that King of Swords. But it could also be the same person, because the King of Swords is Aquarius. And, well, the Emperor logically is Aries. I see it as the Emperor can be a very Saturnian energies. You know, he's very temperamental. He only shows his passionate side. He's got more important things to do than be someone that's got an open heart, one that's going to show their vulnerabilities. They've got a rep to protect, you know. But as I said, with Mars, the ruling planet of Aries, is in Virgo. So needing to fix things, needing to work on things at this time. And as I was saying, she could be, this Queen of Wands, could be transitioning to a new home. But that will probably happen after there can be forceful communication as well, where there are emotions here, but the communication could be quite challenging or just coming in very, very unexpectedly. And we've got lunar eclipse and change. We know a lunar eclipse does speak to an emotional change. Lunar eclipses are full moons. Now, this could be also pointing back to roughly the end of May, when we had a lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, right? On Juno, if you remember, Juno, the asteroid of commitment, and on the South Node means that something needed to be shed concerning one's commitments. It's either this Queen of Wands, which is the divine feminine in this case today, and or that King of Swords, and or the Emperor. Could be three people in a situation here. And the lunar eclipse is a number 7. So it could also be pointing to July. We've got 7 twice, which does speak to Cancer, the Chariot. And Cancer, remember, the Chariot being Cancer rules the 4th house, so changes in a home. It is the house of the mother as well, so she could be a mother. So we know that lunar eclipses are more internal, more emotional. So something has been eclipsed emotionally out of one's life. Now, it could be turning practical in the now. And we've got grand trine and blessings. So this lunar eclipse has brought a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise. Whatever is leaving your life, even though there could be information that's missing with this void of course moon, you know, this could speak to a very eerie silence, as I said. So someone doing things silently, secretly as well. So let's take, and the void of course moon is a number 7 as well. That's 3 sevens now. 3 sevens, 777 could speak to 21, an ending, the world card, right? And we've got number 11, which can speak to conflict, the portal opening, someone taking action. This is the Knight of Wands, someone moving towards their desire, a traveler, covering over, you know, a distance, covering distance over, needing to move. being challenged to move. And again, this is Libra. This could speak to the time of the Sun moving through Libra, or now that Venus is moving through Libra. This could also speak to legalities. Right? Number 11, the whip. This is a Lilith, everyone. And the whip is like, it's sudden, it's harsh, it's conflictual. It can be harsh discussions, a debate, an opposition, arguments. This can be arguments within and concerning a home as well. So who owns what? We've got the mice, so there's going to be financial loss. There's too many people in the picture. This is a pain, a big pain. This is a major open wound concerning relationship. Okay. And gossip, other people in the picture. And we've got a number 27, which is the letter, some fast news coming through, Mercury in Gemini. A document, an email, this could be divorce papers, this could be information, this could be communication, anything to do with litigation as well, papers, news. And number 7 again, it's the 7 of Swords. And the 7 of Swords does speak to stealth, secrecy, but also finding a way to communicate intelligently, finding a way in or out quickly. We do have the home here, Moon in Cancer, something concerning something long-term or permanent. There's changes for this King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Both are in transition mode, I see here. King of Cups, Queen of Cups, Scorpio is very strong here. And we've got the clouds here with the King of Wands. We did say we've got the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, right? So Queen of Wands, King of Wands, clouds. Number 6, deception, secrecy, confusion, insecurities, secrets, and misunderstandings. So we've got a 10, 14, and 8 is 22, and 11 is 33, 33, 56, and 9 is 65, which equals an 11 again, everyone. Wonderful. Also concerning this paperwork or the news, it's a 27, which equals a 9. That brings up the Hermit, the Virgo energy. Wow. We've got community. We've got community. So that speaks to environment, the people around you. We've got occupation and number 34, again, another 7 here. So we've got number 39, which is a 12. There's sort of like, I feel that there is confusion around information, around having support. This feels like really like someone's doing the work on their own concerning a transformation and a change. Community, occupation. And we've got the marriage. Number 3. 12, which equals a 3, and the 3 is here as well. And we've got a 7. 3, 3, and a 7. That's again 7, 10, 13. Again, Scorpio. There is a transformation here. There is a breakdown, a separation here for sure. It's been really hard work now. Occupation, maybe someone married into their, as I always say with the community, to someone who was in their periphery, in their line of social standing, but it was very technical, very hard, a lot of hard work here. Maybe this was two people that worked together or that weren't working together, we could say here. Let's take one more. We've got imprisonment, you see, number 11. Someone did feel very chained up, very bound. We've got the mice here, another mouse, and we've got the lock. Number 11, someone was trapped in a heavy situation here. And they needed the courage to move away. They needed the courage to transition to another place. This is like having dealt with karma, a sense of imprisonment through a contract, through a marriage. But remember, the 11 is that open portal for me. Someone was trapped in an egotistical, toxic situation, marriage. Maybe there was a child involved here as well. And they're suffering financial loss. So it feels like a sort of like a rebound or like a karmic situation coming through. So someone married for the wrong reasons, I feel here, and they're paying back their dues. There's strong karma, I feel here. And we've got this scythe here, which does speak to abundance. It does speak to cutting away, severing ties, and ending. A 10. The fox, you see, there was too much underhandedness, too much sneakiness, strategy, not being on the up and up. A lot of information was missing here, and a lot is going to be found out, I feel, with a void of course moon. Uh, 3, 6, and 7 is 13. And 11 is 24, and 6 is 30. That's the Empress. I want to see what this occupation is all about. Sospiri, hoping and wishing for those ships to come in. La Reunion, 8 of Wands. This could speak to physical distance. So a second connection or an affair could speak to a secretive connection as well, or a distant connection. Maybe it was just too much work. It was just too hard. There was physical distance. These two people are separated by water, by work. They don't come from the same community. Okay, so this divine union on another level has had a lot of blockages. And we've got Vecchia Signora. This is the 2 of Swords. This is a visitor now. Or this does speak to having matured. A situation has matured. Vecchia Signora is a visitor, or it's a decision. Someone is being advised how they can get out of a trap. And I'm going to say this could also be a mother figure that has been the third person in a love connection as well. Let's take a card on that imprisonment. And we've got Donna de Servizio. So that is the Virgo card. So it's helpful energy. This could be a friend. This could be just positive energies coming through. Maybe having the ability to, spirit opens that prison cell. Remember, the prison cell can be that Neptunian Pisces imprisoning perception or lack of clarity, or needing to close up a karmic chapter. But, the Donna de Servizio is 3 of Pentacles, the ability to create, to manifest, to have help. And I'm going to say a friend in need is a friend indeed. Here, this is very, very good help. This could also be practical help, money, help with money. Someone is having help from someone that has got the ability to help out a situation. even financially. Doesn't have to be financially, it could be through litigation. There is a positive note here. We've got 14, 16, 19, and that's Leo, and Leo does speak to generosity. Let's see what's going on the 18th, please, of August, please, Spirit. What is the advice? And we've got milk and honey, and I took it in the reverse. Milk and honey is the most positive card of all in this deck. It's a number 51. Let's read the card for you. Milk and honey. We've got a rainbow. 51 equals a 6. Let's read the reversed message. 51 can speak to secrecy. A nameless unease compels you to turn to pleasure and comfort as a means to escape what's really going on. It works in the moment, but only fleetingly, before the feelings return, and you need to re-up until you're exhausted, feeling worse than before. You may continue struggling, or you may see the light and choose to surrender to spirit. Now's the time for practicing extreme self-care. If you can, do so before you engage in behaviors you'll regret later. You are so loved, so cared for. Feel love and compassion for yourself. Turn your troubles over to the divine for healing. That's all that counts right now. So it's not an easy time, obviously. The ability to turn this card over is through spirit. So don't lose faith, everyone. We know that milk and honey is feeling really good. This is the opposite to that. Let's quickly read the oracle's message. You've entered a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious, when all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. These times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone, wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is an energy that you are a living part of. All your needs are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form. And I feel this... I feel the opposite, just like as the card came through. I do feel that there is we're feeling the opposite emotions here, that there is abundance, it's there, but why is it not showing up is the question. And I feel that starting from this full moon, this second full moon in Aquarius, which will be on Jupiter, this will be a good, that will be like a portal that's opening to have some good news coming through. I really feel that. And a lot of the pieces of the puzzle that are missing may be coming through. Just looking at these three cards, as I said, the lovers have got the ability to manifest, but right now they're sort of in different houses, they're in different energies, and work still needs to be done, as the sun will be very soon in the next few days ingressing into Virgo, passing over the points, right, where Mars and Venus have been moving over. And remember also that that as the sun is going to be moving over that 29th degree, which is a critical degree, and it's got to do with Leo is matters of the heart, isn't it? It's matters of generosity, the ability to create. So the sun is going to illuminate. Remember that the 29th degree, which is where that full moon will be taking place, with Jupiter in the picture, remember that will be illuminating a sense of urgency with the sun at the 29th degree. Remember that the sun is coming out of its home. It was very strong. It's its home. Leo is its home. And there will be blessings. Now, for those of you that are on Patreon, it's going, you're going to see it's going to be a really interesting time, as we've got a really important configuration within the stars that's playing out with this full moon. I will be explaining that on Patreon. It's beautiful flowing energies. I'm going to tell you, do not give up. A lot of good has got the ability to come through. So don't look at only the dark side. Things will be playing out. For me, the milk and honey card will turn up at some point. Of course, we're all on a different timeline, so it will be a different timing for each of you. Okay, so we've got the Two of Swords here with the Vecchia Signora. Someone is in two minds of this reconciliation, this partnering up, this taking action, this taking a plane and flying, or taking someone's automobile and moving over earth, transitioning, making a physical move to a new home, making a physical move towards a new situation, a new connection, or maybe even a metaphorically, emotionally moving, transitioning to a more heartfelt situation. Let's see what the goddesses and sirens are wanting us to know at this point. 18th of August, thank you, Spirit. And we have Morgan Le Fay. Now, obviously, I'm not pronouncing it right. It's the card of magic, everyone. Okay, so let's quickly read from the book and see what the magic is all about. Morgan Le Fay, magic. You have power and it is real. A secret will be revealed. You have an unexpected ally. And that word ally came up the other day, if you remember. Try some magic. In the powerful legend that is Avalon, the Lady Morgan Le Fay is a key and yet changeable figure. A mighty sorceress with skills in magic to match Merlin, she is both cast as a truth-seeking, harshly treated enchantress and an evil witch plotting her half-brother Arthur's downfall. In the early tales, Morgan was either purely a member of the Fae, supernatural fairy spirits. Now, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I do apologize if it's incorrect. Or the talented sorceress daughter of Arthur's mother, Lady Igraine, and her first husband, Gerlois, the Duke of Cornwall. She had two elder sisters, including her mother, including the mother of Mordred Morgause. According to early Celtic myth, Morgan was a mistress of magic, a knowledgeable spell crafter and a healer of note. It is also believed, because of her Fae origins, that she was a shapeshifter. As the myths developed further, Morgan became a mild antagonist to Arthur, attempting to expose Guinevere's adulterous ways or those who were not loyal to the king. As the myths ripened and became more Christianized, Morgan developed into a dark enemy who actively plotted for Arthur's death. Her role changed so that she was not just Arthur's half-sister, but a temptress who tricked him into making love with her, and after which bore him a son, Mordred. This speaks exactly to the reading here. Someone that was tricked into a situation, divine feminine that was, and it could also be a divine masculine, doesn't matter the roles. It's the energies we're reading. Someone was tricked into thinking that someone was there for their good, not toxic, but they turned toxic for whatever reason. It was said that she trained the boy Mordred to hate and wish to overthrow Arthur as rightful king. Even though she was viewed as a deadly enemy of Arthur, she is also one of the women who takes Arthur in a barge to Avalon, the Isle of Apples, to be healed after his mortal battle with Mordred. It is here where the story is left, Morgan Le Fay attempting to heal Arthur and indicating that it would take a long time. Morgan Le Fay enchants her way into your life to remind you that magic is indeed real and the power of intention is great. There is magic in everything, nature in action, and especially within ourselves. She might also be tempting you to try some magic yourself and cast for your highest good and for the good of all. She also reminds us that truth in all things is often the best way forward. Morgan was caught up in so many intrigues, so many lies, and when the veils were finally lifted, she may not have always benefited. Let's read the shadow side as well. There is always a duality to magic. A skilled practitioner can generate positive change or negative impact. Morgan Le Fay was either caught in her own Machiavellian weavings, affected by her own hatred, or was not as dark as she was painted and just eager to expose the truth. Wow. So there's a lot to do with magic. Good magic, light magic, and dark magic. So I know that there is a lot going on. There is a lot of, the shadow side that's coming through, a lot of deception that's going on. But I always like to believe in the light. I always like to believe in the good. And for those of you that are feeling that you've been manipulated into something, I believe that when, we come from a place of light, good, wholesome energies, the light spirit has an aura of protection around us. So I feel that the good always wins. Always remember that. So there is magic in everything. We need to keep believing in the goodness of our being, for our lives, for, the collective energy as a whole. Yes, we are going through a lot of darkness now. There is a lot that is not being talked about. There is so much deception. We will come through that. Keep that in mind. Don't lose faith in whatever it is you're dealing with. Sending you lots of love and light. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Look out for the Twin Flame Soulmate Connection, which I will be doing today. See you later.